Hi, I'm doing day 216, the Feeling of Absolute Dread series, and here I'm looking at the point of seeing myself weaker than a feeling. So seeing this feeling of absolute dread come up within me, and then within myself feel like I can't walk through it. I'm not strong enough to stand equal to it and walk through it. So obviously this point of not being equal to a feeling is self-compromise and sabotage, because it's limiting my potential here and who I am based on believing that feelings have more power than me as the life that I am. And we really never within our living consider this point of how feelings affect us and how feelings direct us and how feelings overcome us and possess us. It's a point of understanding, really. It's a new education that is being taught within the Desteni Material about the mind system, what the mind is, who we are as a mind, how the mind functions, the mechanics of the mind, what feelings are, what emotions are, how to walk through these points to become able to direct ourselves within every point that we come across in our living, to be able to stand as a point, not be become afraid of something or become weakened by feelings within us, but stand equal to that feeling and walk through the feeling and direct ourselves within with the best outcome possible that we can create. Because as you see, within this point of feeling of dread is one kind of feeling that I get, emotion of like a depression feeling, but there's also other feelings that we get that we allow to direct us in living, and another big one is obviously fear. Fearing, say, going on a plane, you fear to fly, so you won't go on the plane and go travel to places because you are so afraid to get on that because of whatever the fears are of flying, and you're limiting yourself, you're limiting your expansion and potential to learn more and grow more within who you can be as someone who sees different cultures, different ways of living, traveling to different sites, seeing different places for real, and growing within yourself in that, way of learning, of traveling. You won't go do that because of fear. Obviously the fear is not real, it's not warranted, because regardless of the fear, it's not going to determine any of the points of flying. It's not going to create any point of stopping any, physical point that's going to happen to the plane. If it does happen, I mean, it's just a point of limiting your own self living, really. So that's just one fear, or that's just one emotion that can, bring you to a point of self-compromise and self-limitation, really. This feeling of dread for me was a point of seeing myself inferior to people and suppressing myself around people, because this feeling would come over me and I would go into these thoughts that I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not, all these points that I'm not enough to stand equal to people that I see are more than me. And so, this feeling of dread, when it comes over me, it's like an automatic suppression point that I walk into. So this is the point I'm talking about, of allowing a feeling to create a weakness within us. When I'm physically fine, capable to stand here, stand equal with other people and speak and, conduct myself in an equal way. I mean, there's no reason to allow this depression feeling to exist within me and direct me, because it's not real. It's coming from the thoughts. The thoughts aren't real. They're not defining who I am. They're a point of self-sabotage because we've always existed in that way. We've always allowed the thoughts to direct us and, you know, suppress me in this instance. So it's really, I suggest highly to go into the Desteni site and look up what the mind consciousness system is, look up what thoughts are, feelings, educate yourself on this new way of learning of what the mind is in a new way that's been brought forth through the portal. I mean, it's something that's pretty spectacular and amazing to understand because it has pushed me, and I pushed myself to stop these limiting feelings and emotions from directing me and causing me to be like a hermit in myself, like I can't do anything, because I've limited myself so much and wasted so much time within my living just based on this like fear and self-dread that I've existed within for a long time. And now I'm starting to correct the point, and I'm like, wow, like I can't believe how much I've missed in my life and how much I've allowed to miss out on because of this belief that I'm not as good as other people, when it's not about being good or bad or being, you know, in a competition with other people, but it's about being with people and, you know, learning with people and understanding perspectives from others and sharing your own perspective. And you realize once you get over this point of fearing or allowing these feelings to direct you and emotions to direct you, how much more you can be, how much more potential you have within living that you can give to the world, give to yourself, and give to others around you. So it's been an awesome process. I highly suggest that there's Desteni process late. It's a beginning course that you can walk, you know, lesson by lesson. It's like a reading section, and then you do a little assignment. It's a little bit at a time learning. They walk through the basics of the Desteni process, and it's highly educational. It's free, which is cool, and it, you know, starts you off in this understanding of what process is, what the Desteni process is, what the mind is, what are thoughts, starting to become aware of your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own emotions. Feelings is the positive feelings that you get within yourself, like the happiness, excitement, love, those kind of feelings. Emotions are the negative feelings you get, like fear, anger, dread, inferiority. Those are all emotions. So there's a positive side and a negative side to, you know, this energy as what you feel when you go into a point of, say, fear, say, happiness. That's energy, and it's named emotions and feelings according to the feeling that you get within you as positive or negative. And so you want to bring those 2 points together, equalize yourself within what you're standing here as, be the directive principle within yourself and not be determined by thoughts, emotions, feelings, but here direct yourself within common sense. What is best for what you're doing, for the group, for everyone, and start to walk your process of correction to correct yourself from the points that we've always existed as within competition, self-compromise, self-limitation, based on allowing these feelings and emotions to direct us in our living. We can direct ourselves. We can direct ourselves within common sense, come to solutions that are best for all people. And this is where it's at, is at Desteni. This is the whole point of what we're doing here. There's many points of support that we've been walking. You know, it's a self-will point that you have to walk yourself, self-discipline you develop, self-writing, self-introspection, self-awareness. You start to realize yourself as the potential you are as life, the life that's really here, the life that's in nature, the life that's in animals, the life that is in everyone here, that creates what's here. So it's just a point of realigning human beings to respect life and support each other as life, and let go of these points of self-interest and greed and self-sabotage, and equalize that point to realize that we are all here as equal beings, as all life, and we can walk in support of this through all that we do. So I did this forgiveness and corrections within my writing here on this feeling of dread, and aligning myself back to the correction of not allowing the thoughts to direct me, not allowing these feelings and the energy to direct me, but direct myself within simple little points of stopping myself in my mind by saying, no, I stop participating in these thoughts and move myself into the correction of physically moving, and pay attention to my communication, or focus on the physical things that I'm doing. So there's support also in practical steps to correct yourself in your living, so you can realign yourself with the physical. The physical is the key. So read up on the material. You can place any questions, comments you have on this video, and I suggest doing the Desteni Process Light course and joining the forum at Desteni for interactions with other people that are walking this process as well. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.